Hey guys, this is E and welcome to the Guy Card Collab series. This is hosted by Maymay of Maymay Made It and Gareth. And we are so excited to do our card. I have been waiting anxiously for my turn to get in on this. All of the creators are absolutely wonderful. Including myself, there are 26 YouTube creators in this Guy Card collab, and we know it's getting close to Father's Day, so we're going to give you some inspiration, we hope, on how to do some different Guy cards. Everybody has a different card, so please, in the link below, check out all the channels, subscribe to them. At the end, Gareth will be doing the very last video, and he will be telling all about how the giveaways are going to come about and all that kind of thing. There'll be 3 different prizes to be won, so make sure that you subscribe to everyone's channels, like their video, leave them a comment if you don't mind, and then watch that very last one to see how you can win. We also have, each one of us has a letter of the alphabet that we have to use in our video. Make sure you write down that letter and what the name, we have to, my letter is M, and we have to give a name of a item in Dad's toolbox that could possibly be in Dad's toolbox, and mine is going to be mallet. I know my dad had a mallet in his toolbox. My husband has one in his, so hopefully all the other dads out there might have one too. So write down my name, M, and the word is mallet. If you missed the other channels, then go back. Like I said, go below, click on those, start at the beginning, and you'll have A through Z, all of those letters and the words that you need to remember. That's how you'll be able to win at the end. There's some fantastic prizes to be won, so don't miss out. Okay, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started on our card. First, you will need a piece of cardstock. That is, and let me make sure, this is 5.5 by 12 inches. You're going to score at 4 and at 8. Oops. Then you're going to need a different piece, and I'm using a little bit lighter piece, and it's 1 inch by 12 inch, and I'm going to score it at 4 and 8. Okay, you're just going to kind of Z fold it, just like that. And do the same thing with this. Fold this one, let's see, fold that one over, and fold that one back. So it's just kind of a Z fold. So, probably folded that different, but we'll see. Alright, then you're going to start off by just attaching this piece to the top. And I'm just using my ATG. Just attach it to the very top all along. Oops. Pull that back up really fast. Okay. Then you're going to need a piece. This piece is 2.5 by 5. And what you're going to do with this one is, I'm just going to mark, I'm going to come down about probably 1.5 inches. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. And I'm going to mark a little, let's see, it's coming down a little bit further. I'm going to mark a little tiny mark on either side. I just got me a straight line there is what I did. Then I'm going to take my punch and I'm going to line up that little mark that I made in my punch. And I'm just going to use just a small portion of the punch, as you can see. And I'm going to punch that out, just like that. And I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. And it doesn't matter if they're a little bit off. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I will be turning my phone off in 1 second. I'm sorry I left that on. Let me get that off for you. Okay. So you see, all we did is took just a little moon, just a little piece of a moon look like out of there, and that's going to go right there, but we're not going to put it down yet. Now if you don't have a big punch like this, just find you something to sit down on the side of it and draw you a little circle and cut it out by hand. That's no problem. That's the way I do lots of things. Now you're going to need 2 pieces that are 3 by 3 5/8, and you're going to go to the top of these, each one of these, and you're just going to kind of center it up, and you're going to cut out just another little half moon thing there. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Keep in mind, these are handmade cards. They're for fathers that are just going to be tickled to death to get something from their children, I'm sure. Alright, so those 2 are going to go right there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue this one down. So I'm just going to use my ATG again. And we're just going to kind of center it in the middle, just like, split it up just a little bit, just like that. Put that down. And go ahead and put these down. Now we're not going to put any adhesive on the top of these, where that little opening is. We're just going to put it on 3 sides. These are going to be little pouches to put some tools in. This is going to be Daddy's tool belt. I'm sure most all of you out there have a tool belt. All of you guys, and a lot of the girls too. I have a tool belt. Most of my tools that are in my tool belt are scrappy tools though. Okay. So just kind of line those up across the bottom like that. Okay, then I have a little piece of burlap because I don't think it would be a manly card unless you included some kind of burlap or something like that. And I'm going to attach it on either side of this because this is where my hammer's going to go. My hammer's going to slide right in there. So I'm going to attach this on either side, and I'm going to use some hot glue because I've found that attaches it a lot faster. And if I can get my hot glue to come out, and keeps it pretty good. Alright, we're going to take our hammer out of there and just center that up. And again, don't worry about it being perfect. We're just going to push that down. You know what would really, my husband always has like some baling wire and duct tape and whatever else sticking out of his tool belt, so that would be cool too, wouldn't it? Alright, now what we're going to do is put our hammer down in here. Now I cut all of these little tools out from the Cricut, and all of the files that I used were the free files that I get with my subscription. If you don't have a Cricut, you can go to Google and pull up coloring pages and then just put in hammer, you know, screwdriver, whatever. It'll pull those up and you can cut them out. You can print them out and then cut them out by hand, and you can still make this. You don't have to have the Cricut to make this. So you can still get it made. I did lots of my cutting out by hand before I had the Cricut. Alright, now we've got a saw here, and this is just some silver paper, silver covered paper that I had, and look at the little saw teeth. Isn't that cute? It did really well on that. Alright, we're going to stick that down in there, and this is a little level. We're going to stick that one in there. And then, of course, Dad has to have a pencil. So we're going to stick his pencil down in there with the level. And let's see what else we've got. we've got a screwdriver. So we're going to put the screwdriver in here with this one. Just like that. And then on the front of this one, I want to put this measuring tape. But I want to have something for it to sit in, because I feel like that I don't want it just sitting there in the air. So what I'm going to do is one of these little half moon circles that I cut out, I'm going to take some dimensionals, and I'm going to put on the back of this to pop it up just a little bit so I can slide my measuring tape down in there. I think that will work just fine. Okay, when you have your dimensionals on there, and I think I might want to put another one right there in the middle, and all I'm doing is just cutting these little pieces around the dimensionals. I don't waste any of that page. I use all of those little pieces. So I am going to sit that down right there. There we go. That'll sit well enough in there, I think. Alright, on here, I didn't have a letter that I could use on here, so that was small enough, so I'm just going to freehand it and put my husband's initial. There we go. And then I will put some glue behind this because we want this to stay in there. And I'm going to sit it to where he can see that his initial on there. There we go. Right, we have some information to go right here, and this just plainly says Dad fixes everything. I'll get that out in a minute. I didn't put it together because I did go ahead and piece all the other ones because I do a lot of shaking and I didn't think that you needed to watch me shake through all of those paper piecing. So I just saved one for you. Didn't want to punish you that way. So I am, now you can run this through your Xyron, but I'm just using dots off of my art glitter glue with a spine tip. And remember, it doesn't matter if you get a little bit on the outside because it dries clear. So we're just going to sit that down on there and then press it down. There we go. Isn't that cute? I love that. And then that's going to sit right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around all of this with my black pen. And this is just a Sharpie pen with the fine tip. I'm going to go around all of it with my black pen to make it look like it's been sewn. And I will probably fast forward through this, or I'll just come back when I get it finished. I have all the stitching done where it make it look like it's been stitched, everything's been stitched on instead of just glued there. Now I have these little screw heads that come from Tim Holtz, and I'm going to put these down that so it just makes it look like everything has been kind of screwed on there too and nailed on and that kind of thing. Just the manly look. I'm just using some glossy accents to put these on because these are metal. Now, if you're going to mail this card, it's probably going to cost you a little bit more. I would make a box to put it in. And I've got lots of tutorials on the channel of how to make boxes. So you could make a box and put this in. But, you know, I plan on giving this one to my husband, so I won't have to mail it. There is your Guy card. I hope you enjoyed it. It does fold up perfectly, and like I said, since these are a little bit dimensional, I would just make a little box if I was going to mail it and mail it in the box. But I think it's super cute. I've really enjoyed this collab. I've enjoyed watching all the other ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget to watch all of the other YouTubers. There are 25 absolutely wonderfully talented people in this collab, and I know you will enjoy every single one of them. If you would like to know any of these files that I cut these Cricut pieces out of, just let me know and I'll be glad to share those with you. No problem at all. Alright guys, we will talk to you later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye bye.